Hey everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to episode 8 of Bottom to Top, here with Lommel in Belgium. So as you can see, we have reached the last game of the season today, which we will be playing against Charleroi. Unfortunately, we currently do not have a chance to finish top of this European qualification group, which would take us through into a semi-final knockout thing. We're 5 points away from the top team with one game to play. But we've by no means disgraced ourselves. We've played 5 games, and while we haven't won any of them, we've drawn 4 and only lost once against today's opponent, Charleroi. We've had our fair share of injuries to fend off too, so today's game's not going to be an easy one. Let's go and see how that affects our lineup for today. Throughout this European qualification phase, we have been without Bakar, who has been injured the whole time, and without Seekman, our first choice centre half. So that's part of the reason why it's been a little bit of a struggle, I think. They've also been joined now, unfortunately, by Henkens, who has been by some margin, I think, our best player this season. And he's broken his ankle in training this week and is out for 5-6 months probably. So he'll be missing the start of next season too, which is a real disappointment. And Brebels, who is our main attacking midfielder, is also missing today. He's just picked up a knot that keeps him out for a couple of weeks, so just misses today's game, but he'll be back in time for pre-season. So that means opportunities for other players. Phillips, who hasn't really been playing that much recently, comes back into the team today, and Abdouli comes in up front. Let's get into the game and see how we get on. So today we are starting with Yede up front too. I didn't mention that before. Jallo has been in a real patch of struggling in front of goal. In fact, there was a message just recently, I think it was 18 hours he'd gone without scoring. So yeah, he can't really allow that to continue too long. So he's having to drop out today, and Yede comes in. First highlight here starts with Charleroi. They seem to play it very easily through our defence, and that's a very good finish from Kayembe. So, in the 20th minute, we concede our first goal of the game. I think Charleroi are fairly strong. They're the team that finished highest out of the teams that we played against in this little group. They were comfortably a mid-table, top-flight side. I've picked up a knock here to Kujabi. He seems to be alright for now though, a groin injury, we'll monitor that. His condition hasn't taken too much of a hit. We have got Paulusson who can come on off the bench if we need him to. We're not really offering very much in this game at all at this point. Another highlight here starts with Charleroi, but we win the ball there. Unfortunately, we cannot keep it. Oh, Malget, that's a terrible header, and Kayembe picks up the ball again, and that looks like a penalty. Off trots the ref to consult the VAR, and I really will be surprised if that's not given, because I don't think I've ever seen him trot over to the VAR thing and not give a penalty. And there we are, it's a penalty. I'm not even going to try and pronounce their striker's name, but he scored. So we'll call him Marco for now, and that's 2-0 down. So we're up against it, unfortunately, and it looks like what I think has been a fairly positive season is going to fizzle out into a last game defeat. But we've still got 45 minutes to try and turn it around. I think we are going to take Kujabi off at this point, and we will bring, we've got Paulusson or Hendricks, let's bring Paulusson on. And we're going to get into him a little bit here, I think. Your pride is at stake, you're letting yourselves down. There we go, that's fired them up a little bit. Back out for the second half. Nearly 10 minutes gone, and we have a highlight. Paulusson to Screchu. Very simple for their keeper to claim that cross though, under no pressure whatsoever. He clears. Can we win this ball? No, we don't even attempt to challenge for it. Kayembe fires it across goal and wide. One little bit of good news we have for next season, Screchu, the defensive midfielder that we have on loan, has agreed to stay with us for next season on loan too. He's fairly expensive. He's costing us more than £2,500 a week in wages, which is only half of his wage packet overall. But that's quite a lot of money for us, and particularly in the precarious financial position we find ourselves in. I'm not quite sure what was happening there. We decided to play a bit of head tennis across the goal by the looks of it. You're actually supposed to put the ball in the goal. So, time for a change, I think. Danilo Pereira out on the right has not been having his best game, so I think we'll look at changing him. Zarauri can come and play out there. Tell him to demand more. We might even go attacking and see if that makes any difference. The highlight here starts with Charleroi knocking the ball around the back. We have won that ball though. Phillips strolling forward. Screchu looks out wide. Paulison is here, overlapping from right back. Oh, that's a very strange header. Oh, if we again in the goal. Come on, boys. I know that was a fairly tight angle, but it's supposed to at least go closer to the goal than further away from it. Ah, dear, oh dear. I think there's going to be a bit of a rebuild job needed here in the summer. I don't know what our finances are going to look like. I think we're likely to finish the season around £3 million in debt. So unless Udi turns up with a big pile of shekels, we're in for a tough old summer, I think. There was some talk of a takeover, but I've not seen anything seriously come through about that. Unfortunately, here we are, finishing up with a 2-0 defeat. Let's go and have a little look at the end of season review. I mentioned before that our club finances were not in the best of shape, and as you can see here, we are, well, 50,000 shy of £3 million in debt. So that's not ideal. Into the end of season stuff. Unsurprisingly, you will see Robin Henkens has been voted our fans player of the season. I think he was absolutely superb for us this year. And he's also won goal of the season. So let's take a little look at that. This is against Leuven, and it's a free kick and right in the top corner from 30 yards. I think that deserves to win that award. Signing of the season was Jamal Bakar, our attacking midfielder on the right hand side. He came in on a free. And young player of the season is Screchu, who I already mentioned we've got on loan again for next season. The season review says that we have done a lot better than we expected to do. It's been a superb season. We exceeded expectations throughout, which is good. Unfortunately, not quite enough to get us up a division, but next season we'll be trying again. The initial wage budget next season is set at 48.5k per week. So that's a little bit down on what we had this season. I can't say I'm entirely surprised given the financial situation. I think it's about £3,000 less than we had this season. So let's see what the club are expecting of us next year. Do not sign players over the age of 30. Well, I would prefer that too. Possession football, making the most of set pieces, and high tempo pressing football. Okay. It's required that we work within the wage budget. Well, we managed that this season. Basically sent everyone out on loan who we didn't really need in the first team. And they just want us to avoid relegation again. Well, hopefully we can do a little bit better than that. So we'll accept that current vision. That's fine with us. The squad dynamics are pretty good. The dressing room atmosphere is not bad. Managerial support, as you'd expect, very good. So let's see what we're going to say about our plans for next season. Good position to avoid relegation. You see, what I don't want to do here is kind of say too much. Yeah, I think we can do better than avoid relegation. But I don't want to say that we're going to do really, really well, because that tends to annoy people. But maybe we'll just go with that. A good position to avoid relegation. There we are. They're happy enough with that. That'll do. Injury report. Yeah, we've had quite a few and still got quite a few. How long is the end of season break? So they're back on the 6th of July, so that's about 7 or 8 weeks. That's fine. You can see here we've started updating some of the behind the scenes staff. We've got a new assistant manager coming, a new head physio, a new scout, a new director of football. So I'm hoping that's going to see us have a few little improvements in that area without costing the club too much money. And so ends our first season at Lommel. I think it's been a fairly good one. And we're going to come back fighting in the second season and try and get that promotion spot that we need to get into the top division. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It was a little bit of a disappointing result, but I think overall we've achieved more than I thought we probably would this season. If you have enjoyed it, please consider dropping a like on there for me, and any comments you've got, I'd love to see them too. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, and there's quite a lot in the back catalogue building up now, so I'm sure there's some other stuff there that you'll be able to enjoy too. But all that remains is to thank you for watching, and we'll see you after the summer break for hopefully a whole bunch of new signings and the beginning of a new season as we look to take Lommel from the bottom to the top. Bye for now.